Yo, what's good YouTube? Welcome back to the VillaVinh channel, and today, man, we are going to be talking about how to find good manufacturers for your clothing brand. And the reason why I'm making this video is because one of you guys reached out to me and you guys said, hey, I'm opening my clothing brand right now. I have all of this sets, but the only thing I need help with is manufacturers. And do you have any advice on where I can find the best manufacturers? And the person said, I've just been searching on Instagram and I've been struggling to find manufacturers with real quality. And especially I've been sending them DMs and a lot didn't even reply. So yeah, so that's why I'm making this video. Before I continue, I just want to say I appreciate you guys reaching out to me on Instagram. I appreciate the love, I appreciate the interaction. And I love interacting with y'all. Look, man, so the first thing I see that's kind of like left field already is that the search on Instagram. Personally, I don't like to use manufacturers on Instagram unless I know them. Just because to me, I just don't see it like being regulated. It's kind of just like a 1-2 interaction with no obligation to like, you know, meet your end of the deal. You know what I'm saying? So we're just gonna jump right in. I would say use Alibaba.com. That's what I use. Like I said in my blanks video, you can find any kind of manufacturers there. You can find like umbrellas, like anything you want, right? But specifically for clothing brand, you just put in the search bar, clothing brand manufacturers, hoodies, shirts, whatever, right? And then at that point it's trial and error. But I do have a couple things you guys could like use to really, you know, help you navigate a little bit. So the first thing is that if they reply ASAP, because you don't want a manufacturer that lacks communication just because there's just so much communication needed before a product is even like made, especially when it comes with the sample changes and the arrival time and all that stuff. So you really need somebody to be on go. Obviously, you know, there are some cases where, you know, they're active in the beginning and they kind of ghost you after you pay a certain amount, but hopefully this video helps you get all the way to the end point. So the next thing I would say is if they let you split your payments up. I'm gonna say all manufacturers are gonna ask you to pay for the bulk up front, however much that is, and they'll give you a free sample. I mean, yeah, that's a good deal. Like in the ideal world, you pay the bulk and you save $100 or, you know, $50, $200, however much they're charging for a sample. The issue with that is that if the manufacturer can't produce that specific product to the way you envision it, you already wasted like so much money on this bulk that will never come to life. You know what I'm saying? So I say take the bullet, pay the extra whatever for the sample, and then split your payments into halves or fourths after that. Halves start production, end production, or when it ships, and then fourths, I think the rule was beginning production, quality check, when it ships, and then when it lands. That's kind of excessive, but to each their own, and that's honestly how you can be really safe. And the third thing I would say is that if they keep you updated after you establish whether you're working on the sample or the bulk, like they really keep you in the loop. Manufacturers for, you know, Mercedes, so we are in touch almost every 2 days, every like 3 days max. And it's just not even me like bugging them, like it's just really healthy communication. So another good sign is like after you pay for the sample or the bulk or whatever, the communication remains the same. And the last thing I would say is that is if they're on time. If they said, hey man, it's gonna be here in, you know, X amount of days, it better be at your place X amount of days. The most important thing is that if it's on time, like if the sample arrives on time, if the bulks arrive on time, because if you do pre-orders or do promo for it and it doesn't arrive for your customers and you want to drop X amount of days and you don't even have the products in hand, it's just like a whole bunch of stuff that you don't really want to go through. So yeah, I think the sample arriving on time is like the best indicator that they're really good. I know this is a quick video, but there's really not much to it other than like what I've said earlier and these two things, right? This is why I like to use Alibaba.com. It tells you how long each like place has been in business. I think that's just like an important thing that I'm aware of. I would like a place that has been established more than a couple months, a year maybe. And the second thing is that if they have trade assurance or insurance or whatever, it's basically just a protection for you. If the manufacturer doesn't deliver like on their end, like they just rob you, you have that thing where you can get your refund. I think they do charge like a fee. I think they take like 100 or so, but you get some of your money back. If you like the video, like, subscribe, do whatever you gotta do. This is the VillaVinh channel, and I'm out.